This review is made possible by Napleton Mazda of Naperville. Napleton Mazda of Naperville offers a wide selection of Mazda products that will fit everyone's lifestyle. Start your new car search off right and visit them online at napervillemazda.com.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 2019 Mazda MX-5 30th Anniversary Edition. Up front is a 2.0 liter inline 4, and down below is a 6-speed manual transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this here MX-5 30th Anniversary because it's celebrating 30 years of the MX-5, or better known as the Miata. And so I'm excited to share this super rare MX-5 with you guys. But before we get on with the rest of the video, if you are interested in helping out the channel, there are some links in the description below for some products that go towards helping the channel. There is a suction cup license plate from Con Plates. There is a fixed OBD2 Bluetooth sensor to help diagnose your car issues, and there is Cash for Cars that helps you sell your vehicle quickly. Again, if you'd like to help out the channel, please click the links in the description below. Let's get on with the video. But before we get back to that 2.0 liter inline 4 under the hood, I want to talk about how special the 30th anniversary is and what makes it so special. Well, back in 1989, Mazda unveiled a new product called the Miata, and they did so at the Chicago Auto Show. It immediately was a hit, and as of the recording of this video, Mazda has sold over 1 million Mazda MX-5s. So let's talk about this 30th anniversary specifically. Now, there was only 3,000 30th anniversary cars ever made, with only 500 originally allowed for the US. However, later on they actually released a few more cars, about 143 cars, making it 643 30th anniversary Miatas for the United States. The first and biggest thing you'll notice about the 30th anniversary is that paint color. The paint color is called Racing Orange and can only be found on the 30th anniversary. According to Mazda, it represents sunrise and anticipation and evokes the breathtaking dawn of an exciting new day. This paint is found not only on the exterior but the interior door cards, as well as on the brakes, on the vents, and is replicated in some of the stitching inside the vehicle. I also get 17-inch Rays ZE40 forged aluminum wheels, which are specific for the 30th anniversary and stylized and built after the MX-5 Cup race cars. As well as on the interior, I get Alcantara, where leather is normally found. I get the Recaro seats, which aren't specific to the 30th anniversary. However, they do have the orange stitching for the 30th anniversary. That is a specific 30th anniversary edition. As well as on the exterior, I get a badge that has my serial number for which of the 3,000 this car is, which is super unique, and every single MX-5 30th anniversary got its own individual badge. Now, this car is based on the Club MX-5, meaning it's a more driver-oriented version. So it still has the Brembo brakes, Recaro seats, and limited slip differential and Bilstein dampers. So it's basically an MX-5 Club with some added anniversary features. With all of that out of the way, let's get back to that 2.0 liter inline 4 under the hood. Well, it makes 181 horsepower, and 2019 was the first year to feature that power upgrade. A 2018 Mazda MX-5 makes 155 horsepower, so there's nearly a 30 horsepower jump between years. Now, some articles that I read online advertise the 30th anniversary as having that 30 horsepower bump over other Miatas, and that's not true. It's just because it's a 2019 and this is technically an ND2 or revised ND that it gets that bump. So any MX-5 from 2019 and up will have that 30 horsepower jump at 181 horsepower. It's a fun, light, buzzy engine. You can also get this engine in the very base model Mazda 3 sedan, but it's just so fun here in the Miata. The Miata is such a fun car. Like I said, paired to it is a 6-speed manual transmission. I really love the feel of this manual transmission. It's very notchy, goes right into the gate, and just feels overall amazing in terms of a modern manual transmission. Last but not least, like I said at the top of the video with the trim levels, this is rear-wheel drive with a limited slip differential. But now let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 3 main gauges. On the left, I have my coolant temperature, fuel, trip odometer, things like that. In the center, I get a tachometer. I love center mounted tachometers. And on the right, I have my speedometer. The nice thing about the coolant temperature gauge is that if I hit the little trip button up at the top, it will actually zoom in on my temperature so I can actually have a very finite reading. This is great for track days or spirited driving. You really want to keep an eye on your temperatures. You can keep a closer eye given that gauge zooming in. One interesting thing about that left gauge as well is when you pull up to a stop sign, it will actually read the stop sign. There's a little camera up above the rear view mirror that will read street signs. This is something that's saved for premium Mazdas. The CX-5 will do it if you pay enough money. The CX-9 will do it if you pay enough money. But it's nice to see in the Miata. The Miata, you know, is the smaller car, smallest of their lineup, and it still gets that nice feature. On the steering wheel, on the left, I have my skip track, volume, and phone options, and on the right I have my cruise control options. Very nice that I get cruise control here in the MX-5. Off to the left, I do have a climate control vent, as you'll see finished in the racing orange that the rest of the car is finished in, as well as I get my lane keep assist and traction control off buttons. On the door, I have my power mirrors and power windows, as well as power locks. And like I said, you get that racing orange upper part and the Alcantara with the orange stitching down below. Again, both 30th anniversary edition features. Moving into the center, I do have a little infotainment system. This is Mazda's older infotainment system. However, this is 2 coming up on 3 years old, so nothing really too crazy there. I do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as, because this is a 2019, backup cameras are now legally required, and so this does have a backup camera. It's not the best quality. However, it has one in a Miata, and honestly, with this retractable Fastback, it's kind of nice to have. Then I get a hazard switch and a vent, more Alcantara stretching across the dashboard again for the 30th anniversary. And then I have the climate controls themselves, very, very basic here. How hot I want it, fan speed, and where to send it. Then I have some interesting controls down below. Let's start off with the right. I do have 2 different heated seat options, very, very nice. Especially if you want to keep the top down but stay warm on a more brisk day, you can absolutely do that. But speaking of the top, all the way over to the left, I do have a power top switch. So I'll pull over here and show you the operation inside and out. So here we are pulled over on the test track, and all I have to do is just hold this button. It's kind of bright. And it beeps when it's done. Now I have this awesome open top experience. It is a power retractable top. And the really nice thing about the Fastback is that it still leaves a big, tall safety roll cage behind me and glass. So if I do have the heat cranked in here with the top open, I'm not really going to notice. I do the reviews with the top up just for the sound quality, so it's not like the whole time. But if this were my car, it's December, but it's above 40 degrees, so I would have the top down the entire time. Putting the top back up is the reverse operation. You just hold the button down and the top will do its jiggity thing. There we go, operation complete. Then I have the shifter. Like I said, feels great, and it gets the orange stitching for the 30th anniversary, along with the parking brake also gets stitching for the 30th anniversary. Down at the very bottom of the center console, I have my controls for the center radio. I love the feeling of these controls. I think they're very, very tactile, and I know exactly what I'm doing without taking my eyes off the road, which is just really fantastic. I think Mazda has some of the best tactile buttons in the game, and that's throughout their entire lineup. Mazda 3, Mazda CX-5, all the lot. I do also have a little center console, and I get 2 cup holders behind me. We'll do a big friggin' bottle test, but as we know from other Miatas, it does not pass the big friggin' bottle test. Up above those cup holders, I do have an extra cubby hole as well for storage here in the Miata, because storage in the Miatas are usually sparse, but they do the best they can. Now we gotta talk about the seats. The seats are nice and comfortable. Like I said, they are Recaro, which is available on the Club MX-5s if you want them in your normal MX-5. However, this does get the special orange stitching for the 30th anniversary, and it does get the upgraded Bose speakers in the headrest, which Miatas have been doing this since day one, nearly day one. And it's really nice for when the top is down, you get the sound right in your ears, which is great. Now, I don't have any back seats, but we do have a trunk, so let's go do a trunk review. All right, so we're on the back of the MX-5 30th anniversary, and I do have a button to hold, and I can pop the trunk from the fob. Before we go into the trunk, though, however, you can see on the fob, I love that Mazda does this. It's a little car diagram for the hold trunk button, but there's two little dots, so you can feel in your pocket which button you're hitting, and they made the dots the wheels of the car. How cute is that? But anyway, actually popping the trunk here, I do have some MX-5 floor mats I can take out here. These are the regular cloth ones, as well as I get these nice sort of WeatherTech type ones. And it goes down a little bit, but not too much. Don't plan to go on a year-long trip in the back of this car. However, weekend trip, backpacks, duffel bag is going to fit. Miatas have never been great on space. However, for a modern car, it's not actually as bad as one might think. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I'm kind of torn here on the orange color. First of all, it's super cool. It's super rare. Only 3,000 of these were ever made in this color. And so whenever I see one out in public or at a show or what have you, when I saw it here on Mazda of Naperville's lot, I knew I had to drive it because it's just something so special. However, it does take a certain kind of person to live with this much orange. I do feel like it's Halloween in December, but this is a more collector's car. You don't really buy this if you want a hardcore track toy like you would a different Miata. So I can understand the fun color, and if I had a room in my garage, this would be coming home with me. Another part I really like about the exterior before we move on is this button here. I always forget about this on Miatas, but I can lock and unlock the car just by hitting this button and keeping the key fob in my pocket. And when I walk away, beep once, beep twice, now it's locked. It actually has proximity locking, which is fantastic. And I always forget that they put it on their little Roadster, because like my Mazda 3 has it, the CX-5 has it, all the other cars have it. So why not put it here on the MX-5? But now let's get to my final thoughts here on the 30th anniversary MX-5 from 2019. Well, I don't really have any final thoughts to offer you that are different than any other Miata. Miatas are fantastic, they're the best roadster there is, and there's no denying that. But what I can offer you in lieu of my final thoughts is a montage. I've driven a lot of Miatas. I've owned a 93 Miata, and it's one of my favorite cars ever. And so, let's take a quick walk down memory lane and remember those 30 fantastic years of the Miata. My 100th video review. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Naperville Mazda. They are absolutely awesome. And not only have I been filming reviews for them for about the last year or so, but I actually purchased my own car from them. My Mazda 3 came from Mazda of Naperville before I ever filmed reviews for them. I put my money where my mouth is, and I've never had an issue with their service department. I just got the oil change on my Mazda 3 today. It was fantastic. Everyone there is super friendly, even at 7 in the morning, which God bless them for that. They're absolutely awesome. If you are looking for a Mazda product, Mazda of Naperville should be your #1 stop. And if it isn't, I'm sorry, you've done something severely wrong. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.